Hey guys, here's a cold start and walk around video of our 1962 Saab Model 96 that's going on to bring a trailer here in the next couple of weeks. Just a quick little heads up here. Again, cold start video. The vehicle's last run about 4 days ago when I brought it back from the shop for service. It's about 45 degrees and sunny here in central Ohio today. It's still colder than where I normally run it, but I think it'll do fine, and that's it. So we're gonna do a walk around. I'm gonna start it up, let it run. I'll do a walk around video while it's running, then I'll turn it off, and stay tuned at the end, because once I turn it off and it's not so noisy, I'll walk around again. We'll talk about, we'll do a close-up inspection of some of the things that we'll call patina or warts, or however you want to categorize them with the car. So here we go. Again, the car's not been run. Get the bonnet opened up here just for verification of that. Bear with me, I'll reach in there and just grab the manifolds and stuff. Ice cold. Alright. And also when we get inside, obviously there'll be no temperature registering in the car. Sorry if my finger drifts through the screen occasionally. Amateur video. Fuel pump on. Choke it a little bit. Let it get a little fuel in the system. Fires right over. You can see the temperature gauge right now. It's not registering any temperature. It's not going to here for a few seconds, but it works. So we'll see just verification that the engine was indeed cold. Fuel gauge works. Ammeter works. Here when I step on the gas, you can see it spikes up there. Clock does not work. Notice that the speedo tape, which does function fine, is in kilometers. The car was originally a Swedish car, as is the kilometers on the odometer. Alright. Gets my choke out of it. Let's see if she's gonna have it right there or not. She's cold. I think she's gonna hang on. See, she's definitely a little bit smoky because of the temperature in the choke. Boot for you here. Nice and solid. The car has been repainted. Just an exterior respray. There's your rear shock mount towers. Completely solid. Solid all the way around in the trunk. No evidence of any repair of any sort in the trunk, any rust repair, anything like that. It's an original spare in the back. I would say it's the original tire. It has been mounted. I can see the markings on it where it's been mounted and driven on, but it is made in Sweden, and original tire. It holds air. All the lights and blinkers all work, function normally. Outside of the clock, maybe the sprayers on the windshield. Those are about the only two things that I know of that don't function properly. Everything else I believe functions as it should. I'm gonna turn it off for a second. Just walk around real quick and again talk about some of the items on the car that could be improved upon or that I would want you to know about in the transparency. A couple of the worst things right off the bat. Right here, bottom edge of the driver's door, there's a small line of rust. It has been there since I purchased the vehicle almost 7 years ago now. Pretty, maybe about as long and as thin as maybe a pencil, perhaps a little bit smaller. There's actually, it's probably kind of hard to tell from the video, but there's metal still there. It could be touched up with a matched rust preventative type paint probably and just be left alone. You wouldn't hardly notice it being it's right on the bottom edge of the door. There is a small area right up here on the hood. I'm sorry, on the quarter panel. Just a little bit of paint release from the second paint. Right here, there's evidence, and it may be hard to get, but there's evidence of kind of an amateurish repair of perhaps a push-in on this. There's no evidence of it on the hood, and on the inside of the car underneath on the structure, I don't know if there's really any good way. There's not really much evidence that it's took a big structural hit, but there's that, and it's kind of an amateurish repair. Again, it matches well. You got to get kind of close to see it, but you can see it, and it's also left where there's just a little bit of some rust down there. And again, these were all present when I purchased the car 7 years ago. Kind of the last guy that the guy I bought it from goes, this would probably be what I would take care of first, and now I'm going to hand it on to the next buyer with kind of the same thing. I didn't really do anything about it except keep the car inside. We never drove it outside in the weather. So. Let's see here. There's a very small faint dent right there on top of the bonnet. Coming around this side, same thing. Got a little bit of a rash there on it. Some scratch. Again, just some small scratches and stuff in the finish. Overall, really a nice finish. It shines well. It matches what the original color was really well. I can try and open the bonnet again here real quick. I don't know if this video will give good enough to tell, but the inside, the paint line's right there, the tape line, and it's really difficult to tell much difference between the original color and the respray. So they did a good job on that. As far as the rest of the exterior goes, really not much. Real tiny stuff. Small blemish there. I don't think there's anything on the back end at all to speak of. And again, it really until you get wrapped around to the bottom edge of the driver's side door again. Then on the interior, it's an excellent original condition. Really the only blemishes to speak of. The original mats are here on the floor, and the video really makes them look bad. As I look through the phone, they look really discolored and stained. When you see them in person, they don't look quite as bad, but I will acknowledge that they do look like that. So you've got some cracking a little bit on the floors, really just right there at the heel of the pedal. And then you have the same thing in the back seat. Just a few cracks where people's feet have been through the years on these things. But in terms of the fabric, it's the original fabric, the original vinyl. It's all in very good condition. The only tear, and I'll show that when you're on the other side, there's a small discoloration that was with the vehicle when I got there in the passenger seat. The rear seat is in beautiful condition. Rear parcel shelf, all original, excellent condition. The dash pad is uncracked and I believe original. I'll come around here real quick. The passenger seat had a tear on it. It was this way when I got it. I believe what happened is that it looks to me like somebody pushed the seat forward with the door closed and tore it on the armrest or something like that. Probably a good interior shop could put a nice little patch on that, stitch it up, and it would be a lot less noticeable. Those are the only blemishes. Oh, one other blemish. There is a cigarette burn on the headliner. But other than that, the headliner is in excellent condition. Nice and tight, uniform, all original. All right, I hope that helps, guys.